Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. The other day I'm redoing my repeater rack system because I do a lot of interface boards. I build them, I test them. So I needed something where I can just grab the whole rack, and you kind of seen it in videos. So I started redoing it, rewiring it, trying to make it better. And if you've been following my videos, I made a interface board that plugs into the db9 plug on the TYT9000 or the Retevis RT9000 or the ALINCO 438. This could be the ham version, this could be the GMRS version. Now, normally when you plug in a cable, I'll just get one here for you. You plug it in and, you're fine. It's, okay, but I like to have a better connection. I don't like how this can come off real easy. It's loose. I just don't like it. So, unfortunately, the manufacturer did not make the holes in the radials capable of using a jack screw. Now, a jack screw, let me get one out so you know what I'm talking about here. This is the jack screw. This lets you screw in another screw behind it. So this would screw into the radio, and then I can screw in a screw behind it. This is a jack screw. Well, the threads on this jack screw are a 40 by 40. Here is the tap and die, or the tap set and the drill bit that's needed right here. This is the ones I got here. I bought these at my local hardware store. You can probably buy them cheaper on eBay. But you need a 4040 NC, and you need a drill bit number 43, or it's a 2.26 millimeter. You put a little bit of oil on your drill bit. You drill out the hole. You put a little bit of oil on your tap. You screw it in. Now when you screw it in, you go like a 1/4 inch. You feel it kind of bite, then you back off, and then you screw it in a little bit more, and you feel it biting, you back off. Don't just screw it straight in like a screw, because you might break the tap off because it's cutting threads as you screw it in. So only go a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch or so of a turn, then back it off and then do it again. So make sure you do that. But put a little bit of oil on there. Now the good news is when you do this, I'm gonna pull the cover off, and if you're worried about metal threads going in the radio, when you pull the cover off, there is a little cavity here where the metal filings will fall. It won't go on the circuit board. Just take a vacuum cleaner and suck them out when you're done, and you're good to go. Then you can screw these jack screws right in. Okay? Now what I can do is I can take my cable. Now I can screw my cable into there to make a solid connection. Now I know most people think, well, I don't move my radio around, so I don't really need to do that. And you're probably right, but it's nice to have a good solid connection that if it gets bumped, it's not going to be loose. I mean, it don't take much to make this thing loose. So that's what's kind of nice about doing this. And you could do this modification very easily. Like I said, I showed you what taps. You can go on eBay and buy them. Now, the jack screws, you might be able to buy them on eBay. I don't know if they sell them individually. You'll have to look. But it's well worth it, And if you're afraid to do this, maybe you have a friend that, can, tap it for you. Like I said, I spent $6 on these right here. And it's well worth the money. And now I got it for other projects down the road. So I could probably got it cheaper on eBay, but I didn't want to wait. So yeah, that's how you do that, and then just go and screw it in. This will work with the TYT9000 radios that have the db9 plug installed, or the Retevis RT9000 radios, and the ALINCO also model, the ALINCO 438. Whether it's a ham version or GMS version, I suggest that those be replaced. It took me 5 minutes to drill it and tap it. It wasn't this is aluminum, so it's really soft. So it's really easy to tap. But that's the best way to do it. Then you're going to have a solid connection. You don't have to worry about it getting loose. And it turns out real nice. Now, I noticed on mine, and yours might be the same way. The manufacturer didn't, the spacing that they have for these screws may not be exact, meaning that when you screw this in, it might have to go at an angle slightly. It's not a big deal, but just be mindful of that. My spacings weren't exact on here. And some on my other radio, it's actually a little bit better. But on this one, it was kind of off. But that don't mean nothing, because you can kind of screw this screw in at an angle, and she'll straighten out a little bit. So, and you don't have to reef it on real tight. But yeah, that's what I would recommend you do, is replace those with jack screws, and then you got its good solid connection, and then you don't have to worry about it being loose and causing weird issues. Now, I have an interface board I made for this. I do have that to my store. I'll post that link in the description below. Depending on what model radio you have, you may have to buy the repeater cable that plugs in here. I have that also in my store. Matter of fact, I think what I'll do is I'll toss in the jack screws. If you have to buy the repeater cable, I'll toss them in the package with regular screws, so you'll have them too, for that matter. So I can do that. So that's what I'll do. You'll have both. You'll have the screws that don't require you to drill and retap, or if you want to retap that, you'll have the jack screw with it. So I'll toss those in the bag if you get the repeater cables from me. So there you have it. Any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.